8 players, 7 of them are honest, 1 of them is a cheater. Will the honest players find the cheater and win the money, or will the cheater take it all for themselves? Welcome to Lie, Cheat, and Steal.
How dare you impugn my fever?
Why didn't you listen to me?
All I heard was sexy babysitter.
Have 8 players on our team tonight. 1 of them is a cheater. Their goal is to make as much money as they can and get away with it. I don't know who the cheater is, but Jared has picked a cheater at random. He knows he'll be giving us some facts throughout the night. But let's meet our team for tonight. We have Liz, Tom, John, Joe, Susan, Fletch, MK, and Ian. 1 of them is a cheater. 7 of them are honest. We're going to play our first 2 questions, see if they can find out who it is. And then after that, they will vote off who they think the cheater is. First question of the night. Name the 10 best-selling video game consoles of all time, not including handheld systems. So, number 1 is the best-selling. Number 10 is the 10th best-selling. Got 30 seconds to talk about it as a team. You can say as much or as little as you like. And at the end of that, we'll go to Liz for her answer. Go.
You have Nintendo's,
Pretty
Xbox,
much all Nintendo.
NES.
NES, SNES, the Wii,
Xbox.
Genesis.
Would
the
would I
Switch.
be would I
Well,
be
Switch is
outside
handheld.
saying guessing Atari?
Sorry?
Mm,
Atari?
Well, best-selling
I
though.
don't
Does
think so.
Wii count as handheld or just like Game Boys?
Game Boys were Nintendo.
PS3, I think, was the best selling
I
of
think
all
it
the.
was PS2.
Time. Okay, Liz, you're first. See how high you can get on the list.
Xbox 360.
Xbox 360, very good. Number 7, 350
Nice.
for you. 360 for 350. Tom.
Nintendo PS2.
Uh,
Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna accept that answer as PlayStation 2, which was by Sony, but that is number.
Told you.
You get 50
That makes more
cents, but I
sense.
think Ian's gonna hold it against you for a long time. John.
Go my favorite, Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis does not make the board. No. Joe.
Hey, he took my answer, but thank you for taking that answer, apparently. Also my favorite. I'll say Xbox One.
Xbox One is number 9. Very good. 450.
Nice.
Susan.
I don't even have a guess, so I'm going to roll over to Ian.
Ooh.
Good thinking. Ian, you're up.
I'll say the Wii. The Nintendo Wii.
Nintendo Wii is number 5. 250.
Thank
That'd be
you.
higher.
If you're mad at that answer, throw things at your TV because it probably just means you're playing your Nintendo Wii wrong. Fletch.
The Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES.
NES, number 8. $4.
Nice.
MK.
Super Nintendo?
Super Nintendo is the number 10 answer. Nicely
Oh,
done.
nice.
Oh,
Nice.
All right, and Ian again.
Oh. I'll stick with the PlayStation. Let's go with PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 3. Well, you picked the right one because that's number 6.
Ooh.
But you got the whole top half of the board. Very impressive. See what we missed. PS4. Nintendo Switch. And
Yeah.
PS.
I thought the Switch would have been handheld.
It's
doesn't
both. It
count.
didn't count under handheld. I know. It's kind of up for debate. Name the musician by the Spanish translation of their nickname. El Jefe, La Reina del Sol, La Hija del Minero del Carbón, El Rey Lagarto, Mano Lenta, El Rey del Swing, El Presidente de la Junta, Dia de la Dama, El Príncipe de las Tinieblas, and Niebla de Terciopelo. 30 seconds, then we'll go to Tom. Go.
It's not the band; it's the singers.
The singer's
Okay.
name by
Singer's
their
nickname.
nickname. Yeah.
So the
Um,
boss is Bruce Springsteen. The Queen of Souls, Aretha Franklin.
Right.
Coal miner's daughter, Loretta Lynn.
El Presidente de la Junta, isn't that what's Sinatra?
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Who's the king of swing?
Time. Okay, Tom, you're first.
Oh, I
Do some
probably
translating
know
here.
the
Get
king of
Duolingo up.
swing, but I'm just gonna go with the $2 answer and go with Aretha Franklin.
Queen
The
of
Queen of
Soul,
Soul.
Aretha Franklin, very good. $2. John.
I'm gonna go with just number one, El Jefe, the boss. Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen. Yep. Joe.
I didn't really know any of these. I'm gonna guess what someone said for 7, Frank Sinatra.
Chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra. Very good. Susan.
I think I'm gonna guess number 10. I think is the Velvet Fog, Mel Torme.
That is in fact the Velvet Fog.
Oh
Mel
my
Torme.
God.
$10 for Susan.
Thank you, Duolingo Spanish.
And your raving fandom of Mel Torme.
Well, sure.
Sure. Fletch.
The $5 answer, that's Eric Clapton.
Slow hand. Eric Clapton. Yeah. Okay.
I'll do number 3 for Loretta Lynn.
Coal miner's daughter, Loretta Lynn. All right, Ian.
I don't know. I have no idea with any of these. I'll say
You turned the
that
favor to Susan from last question.
that's true. And she does have that Duolingo. I'll roll over to Susan. That seems safe.
All right, back to Susan we go.
Okay, I think number 4 is the Lizard King, so I think that's Jim Morrison.
El Rey Lagarto, the Lizard King, Jim Morrison. Four
Oh,
more
that's good. I was
dollars.
just gonna say Sugar Ray.
All right, and Liz.
I don't speak Spanish and I'm bad at languages, and I'm ashamed to admit that I was looking at El Jefe for so long thinking who was nicknamed the Jeff.
Mhm.
Oh no.
So
America.
Jeff Beck.
I inherited my mom's language skills, not my dad's, which is unfortunate. And I'm trying to think of just swing musicians. Fuck it. Zoot Suit Riot for number 6.
Zoot Suit Riot. You were really close. The answer was in fact Benny Goodman.
That's what I said.
Oh.
He was the second best thing to Zoot Suit Riot. All right, this literally translates to Day,
Famous
day of the lady,
singular
but Lady Day
person,
was
yeah.
Billie Holiday.
Okay.
And this is
Is
the
it
Prince
Ozzy
of Darkness.
Osbourne?
Ozzy Osbourne, very good.
I was afraid to
Oh.
guess that.
In the bank at the end of round 1. $55. Find the
Woohoo.
cheater. You get to keep all of that. Here are your totals for the round. You all made some money. Talk it out. Who do we think the cheater is?
Okay, first off, it's not me.
You established
We've
that
known
earlier in the
that ever
chat.
since,
Yeah, but that wasn't on
yeah,
camera, to be fair. So he's just establishing it
Colin
for our
put up
home
the
audience.
room.
Who do we think it is?
It would be much
I'm not-
easier if the cheater would just tell us.
I'm gonna say Joe because we haven't seen him in a while.
Hello.
Joe,
Always
defend
good to
yourself.
Pick out a person you haven't seen in a while.
Oh, on
Wait
the
until we
game.
introduce all
Reminds
these
them
new
why they
people
never
coming.
come
Oh,
back.
she's
No,
new,
like on
she's
the
out.
game, like playing.
I wasn't expecting to have to defend myself. I thought we were just gonna split our votes between Fletch and Ian.
As one
But
does.
it isn't me though. So
You want to accuse anybody?
um no. I don't think anyone's the cheater. I
No
think it's
cheater.
either
Okay.
Big Joe.
It's not an option, but okay. Jared has the first fact about tonight's cheater. Totally true
Yes.
fact.
And fact numero uno is the cheater has also been given a Spanish nickname. Estoy aprendiendo español.
It's not me, I promise.
I need the 8 of you to please lock in your votes. Votes are in. See if we have found the cheater right out of the gate. And we are going to start with Liz.
At random, I just went for MK.
1 vote for MK. Tom?
It's been a while, so I voted for Ian.
It's fair.
John,
Fair.
who'd you say?
Right now I don't trust anyone with more than 3 letters in their name, so I went with Fletch.
Mm,
I am too.
Joe.
I said John just because he took my Sega Genesis answer.
It didn't. It was wrong.
The one that
I know,
wouldn't
but
have
I
you
still
anymore.
wanted to
He
say
took
it.
my wrong answer. Okay,
I wanted to
Susan,
say
who'd
it.
you
I wanted to say it out loud.
Based solely on the fact I voted for John.
2 for John. Fletch.
I voted for Joe.
Okay. MK.
I voted for Fletch just to change things up.
2 for Fletch. 2 for John. Ian.
Oh man. I voted for John.
Ah,
That is 3 votes for John, and he has been voted out of the game. We have to know, John, were you the cheater?
no, I was not.
He was not the cheater. I'm sorry. Your money is halved. $27.50 in the bank. Cheater stays in the game. You're right back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. 1 honest player out of the game. 7 players left. Talk about your rollover here, which 2 of you have already used. If at any point you don't know an answer, or you want to challenge another player, use the rollover, pass your turn to them. You can use that once over the course of the game. Next question coming up. In the 10 male tennis players with the most Grand Slam wins. In the case of a tie, the higher ranked answer is the more recent one to win. 30 seconds to talk about it, then we'll go to Joe. Go.
Andre Agassi,
Boris Becker.
Roger Federer.
Roger
Nadal.
Federer,
Whatever his first
Djokovic.
name is.
Nadal,
Raphael.
Last
Yeah.
names are
Andy
fine.
Murray.
Borg, Lendl,
Um,
Edberg,
Jimmy Connors,
McEnroe.
Pete Sampras.
Sampras. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
And there's time. Joe, you're first.
I'm going to say Yvonne Lendl.
Oh, well, Yvonne Lendl is number 10. Very good.
Wow.
Woohoo.
$5 right out of the gate. Susan.
Andre Agassi.
Okay, number 9.
Oh,
450.
Ah.
Nice.
Very impressive. Fletch.
Boris Becker.
Boris Becker does not make the board. No.
Damn it.
MK.
I'm gonna go Federer.
Roger Federer, number 3, 150. Ian.
I'll say Nadal.
Nadal is number 2. $1. Liz.
Andy Murray.
Andy Murray does not make the board. No. And Tom.
I'm wanting to go Borg. I know he won a lot of Wimbledons, but I don't know that he won that many other ones. So I'm going to go safe and go Pete Sampras.
Pete Sampras, number 4, $2. Borg would have been number 6.
Yeah.
See what else made the board. We have Jokic, Emerson, Rod Laver, and Bill Tilden, who does not sound like an athlete.
No.
Moving
That sounds
on.
like a bad
Could be a
witness
bowler.
protection name.
Rod
It does
Laver
sound like a
sounds
bad
like an
witness
athlete,
protection
but for
name.
a
Yeah,
different sport.
All right. Name the Denzel Washington movie by the literal rendering of its name. Number 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay, I think I know everyone except 5 and 10.
30 seconds to
Um,
talk about it, then we'll go to Susan. Go.
Philadelphia, Fences, Remember the Titans, Courage Under Fire.
Pelican
$6 is Devil in a Blue Dress. 7 is Man on Fire. 8 is The Pelican Brief. 9 is The Inside Man. I don't know 10.
I don't know, 5. Water guns? I don't know.
Time. Okay, Susan, you are first.
Number 8, the Pelican Brief.
Pelican Brief. Very good. $8.
Adorable.
Incredibly silly.
Fletch.
Number 7, Man on Fire.
Man on Fire is correct. MK.
I'm gonna go 3 is Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans is right. Ian.
9 is Inside Man.
Inside Man. Yes, $9. Liz.
Number 6 is Devil in a Blue Dress.
Yes.
How long did that one take you in MS Paint?
I mean, you find a picture of the devil and you find a picture of a blue dress. It's not that complicated.
And then you drag and drop.
I mean, it was also already my phone wallpaper.
Don't lie, it's your real wallpaper and your
And turn around and show it, folks at home.
Anytime it's not Grimace O'Grady, it's Devil in Blue Dress.
Tom.
4 is Courage Under Fire.
Courage Under Fire. Very good. And Joe.
I guess 2 is Fences.
Fences. Yes. Over the other ones here. Number 1, of course, Philadelphia. 5 is anyone? 2 Guns.
Oh.
Oh.
10, that is the actor, is the tough one. John Quaylen, so that is John Q.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, in the bank at the end of that round. 80-50. Very good round. Find the cheater and you keep all of that. Your totals for the round. You all did pretty well. Who are we suspicious of?
Well, Ian, it's either you or me, and I'm not voting for myself.
Yeah, you and I are the only options.
Kind of does seem that way.
I mean, it wasn't one of us last round.
Yeah, but it was Jared's brother. We gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta be.
He has a name.
What is going on?
How quickly we forget the names of players on this show.
Even though they're written down.
Right there on the
There was an
screen.
easy way to find them right in front of us.
Oh my goodness. With a picture to match.
Any other accusations we want to make? Jared has another fact about our cheater.
Yes, the cheater has helped produce several porn parodies of Washington's films, including Inside Man, The Magnificent Seven, and The Bone Collector. They saved a fortune on the posters.
I need the 7 of you to please lock in your votes. Votes are in. See if we have found the cheater. Liz, start with you.
Well, it's apparently either Ian or Fletch, so I went with Fletch.
Okay. Tom?
I went with Fletch.
Okay. Ian, who'd you say?
I could only vote for me or Fletch, so I had to vote for Fletch.
3 for Fletch, 1 more and he's gone.
I
Fletch, who'd you
I
say?
see where this is going. I had to vote for Ian.
MK?
I said Ian.
Oh goodness.
Joe?
Ian.
Oh
That's it, Ian.
Wrong. Oh my
Three for Fletch,
god.
3 for Ian. Susan, can we break this
You
tie?
did this to Susan on purpose.
I did not want to be involved. I voted for MK because I
She did
saw
not
this
get the
coming.
memo. We have a tie.
Oh my god.
That's almost better.
Yeah.
Oh no.
40-25 in the bank. Now the cheater gets to pick off anyone they like. Can be Fletch, can be Ian, can be anyone else. Everyone, please send your vote to Jared. Only the cheater's vote counts. Cheater has cast their vote. If I click on your name and it turns green, you are safe. It's red, you are the next player out of the game. Ian, you are safe. Fletch, you are safe. The cheater wants to keep you both in the game. MK. MK, I'm sorry the cheater has chosen you. We know you weren't the cheater. Hopefully you can come back at the end and earn some money. We are down to 6. And we'll be right back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal.
Humans
Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. 40-25 in the bank. 2 honest players out of the game, but a lot of suspicion being thrown around. So, see if they can find the cheater this round. Next question coming up. Name the exact titles of the 10 movies in the Fast and Furious series. These are just in order of release, not including spin-offs like that Butler movie, Hobbs and Shaw. 30 seconds to talk about it, then we'll go to Fletch. Go.
Okay. Well, there's the Fast and Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, Fast 5. Is it Furious 6? No, or Furious 7. I forget which one it is. It's one of the, it's either Fast 6 or Furious 6, Furious 7. I can't remember.
And then Fate of the Furious.
Fate of the Furious.
Okay, time. I remember I need exact titles. Don't miss a the or an or an and. Fletch, you're first.
Or a
F9,
boogaloo.
F9, the Fast Saga.
Yeah, that's an alternate title. Very good. F9/F9 The Fast Saga. 450
Yeah.
for you, Fletch. Ian.
I don't remember. Shoot, now that it came down to it, I don't remember if he said Fast X or Furious X. So I'll just play it safe and say number 8 is the Fate of the Furious.
The Fate of the Furious is correct. $4.
Like an 8.
Good job. Good job. Yeah.
There must be some bad luck about the number 8 or something. I don't know. Liz.
Well, it's like a racetrack. It goes around.
True. True.
Or because it's less money to print, less letters.
What decade do we live in?
I don't know.
Why wasn't it the F8 of the Furious?
It's called the Scottish 8.
See, I feel like for Fast, the one coming out, they missed an opportunity. It could have been Fast and FUR 10 US.
Oh,
So
I thought it would
Fast
just
and
be like
Furious
Fast
with the
X
10 in the
Furious.
middle of it.
It's
All right,
fast
Liz.
and your seatbelt.
Fast and your
Fast
seatbelt.
and
Yeah.
your seatbelt.
And your seatbelt.
Yep.
Yeah. That's totally a missed opportunity tagline.
They're going to have to remake the 10th movie twice now.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
So the highest one I knew on my own was Fast 5.
Fast 5 is the correct answer for number 5, 250. Tom.
Okay, the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift is number 3. Very good. Joe.
Okay, so there's one of these movies I saw because my friend made me go, and I'm pretty sure it was Furious 7.
Furious 7 is correct. 350.
Is your
and
friend
Susan.
Vin Diesel?
He's not my friend, he's my family.
Too Fast, Too Furious with numbers.
Too
Mhm.
Fast, Too Furious with numbers is correct. $1. Y'all got on the board. Very impressive. Take a look at the other ones here. The Fast and the Furious. I think this was the one I saw by mistake. Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious 6.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
well, all right.
What?
So Fast
And
and Furious
Fast-
6.
Fast X.
Oh, it was Fast X.
Yep.
For some reason, I was worried it was FX, but then I was like, wait, no, they have TV shows.
They do.
Move
Fast
on
X
to our
sounds like a diet
timeline
product.
here. A little chance for some extra money. If you get the decade, you get the money. And you get a free shot at guessing the year to double the money. So, a lot to be made, and the cheater got the year, so they can make as much as they like here. Name the decade when these novels were released. The Great Gatsby, The Road, The Grapes of Wrath, Beloved, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, 100 Years of Solitude, Jane Eyre, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, The Scarlet Letter, and Gulliver's Travels. 30 seconds, then we go to Ian. Go.
Come on, Susan.
100
Alright.
Years of Solitude is the 60s, the 1960s. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is the yeah,
30s or 40s?
50s, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
Gulliver's Travels is the 17 something 20s.
And just so we know, if anyone has any confusion about decade, because someone will argue me with this, if it's the 1930s, the year 1930 counts as the 1930s. That's the first year of the 30s, not the last year of the 20s. Ian, you're first.
Okay, well, I feel bad stealing Susan's higher one. So the one that I knew was Perks of Being a Wallflower was in the 90s.
The 1990s is correct. You got a free shot now for double the money.
97?
97 is not correct, but you still made $5.
Okay.
If someone is confident that they know the year, they can take that as their answer, but I don't think anyone's going to do that. Liz.
You took mine.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm going to guess the Scarlet Letter is 1910.
1910 is not correct. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
Tom.
I'm not sure about this, but I'm going to guess that the Scarlet Letter was the 1830s.
1830s, but 80 years off from Liz's answer, but still wrong. Joe.
I was thinking around the same thing as what Susan said for Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe, so I'm gonna guess that 1950s.
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. 1950s is correct. Very good. You want to take a guess at the year?
Sure. Let's say 1952.
Not 1952. I'm sorry. Susan.
I'm going to say Gulliver's Travels was the 1720s.
That is correct. The 1720s
Whoa, wow.
for $10. Want to take a guess at the year?
What?
Sure, 1727.
Not 1727. I'm sorry. Fletch.
Well, that's dumb.
I'm gonna go with Grapes of Wrath. Was that in the 1960s?
Not the 1960s. No, I'm sorry. Go over the other answers here. Great Gatsby, 1920s, 1925 specifically. The Road, pretty recent,
80s. No,
2006. Grapes of Wrath was during the Great Depression, 1939. Yeah, a little bit off. It's okay. You weren't as many
90s.
decades off as Liz was for the Scarlet Letter. Beloved by Toni Morrison was 1987. 100 Years of Solitude, 67. Jane Eyre, 1847. Scarlet Letter, 1850. So we'll take a look at the other years. 1999 for Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Sure.
1950 for Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And you were 1 year off, 1726. In the bank at the end of that round. Again, 80-25.
Specific.
Just bounce it up and bounce it back down. Not exactly. I think it was 80-50 last round, but still. Very
It's a
close.
franchise.
Yes. Here are your totals for the round. Who are we suspicious of?
I think it's Fletch because I think he tried to frame me in the last round.
It's not me.
Like, are you trying to frame your fellow Canadian? That's not very nice.
Why would I do that? I'm sorry. Why would you even think that?
Yeah, why do you think he would try to succeed at this game, Susan?
That's true. That's not a very Canadian thing to do. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You're sorry.
That was the Canadian version of "I'm okay, you're okay," right? Self-help book for Canada.
Do you guys need
Fletch,
to
would you like
break
to
some
accuse
beaver
somebody
biscuits?
since you've been accused?
Beaver tails.
Beaver tails.
Mm. Yeah.
Who?
Oh.
You want to accuse somebody, Fletch?
No, I don't know. I don't know, but Tom's had it in for me for a while, so I see you there, Tom.
Tom, have you had it out for Fletch for a while?
Yeah, that's the reason he gets eliminated so often.
Anyone want to add anything? Jared has a third fact about our cheater.
Well, as a true bibliophile, the cheater has read all of those novels, in addition to the backs of several cereal boxes.
I need the 6 of you to please lock in your votes. Votes are in. Let's see if we have found the cheater. Susan, we'll start with you.
I voted for Fletch.
1 for Fletch. Liz?
Who did I vote for? Tom.
Yes, you voted for Tom. Tom, who'd you say?
I was going to vote for Fletch, but then Fletch said I always vote for him, so I changed my mind and voted for Joe.
Okay, Fletch, who'd you say?
I voted for Liz since I already voted for Ian.
Okay,
Fair enough.
Ian, who'd you say?
I didn't get the memo. I thought we were still only allowed to vote for me or Fletch, so I said Fletch.
2 for Fletch. Joe, did you get the memo?
I did not. I voted for Ian last time, so this time I voted for Fletch.
That is 3 for Fletch, and he is out of the game. And no votes for Ian, believe it or not.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Fletch, we have to know, did you frame Susan last round? Were you the cheater?
Not even in the slightest.
Oh.
Not the cheater. I'm sorry. You keep 40-12 in the bank. You've lost half your money. When we come back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal, there will be the immunity challenge round. See if the cheater gives themselves away. Be right back.
Oh man.
Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. Down to 5 players, which means it is time for the round 4 immunity challenge. I will give a question with multiple answers, and the last player left standing giving right ones wins immunity for the round, and they cannot be voted out. Additionally, 5 answers as a team will bank you $10, 10 will bank you 20, 15 is 30, 18 is 50, and if you run the table tonight, get 20, you get $115. So, in addition to that, of course, the most important thing, whoever's left standing wins immunity for the round. And your category is something you all know very much about. Names of bachelors who were the star of the reality show The Bachelor. There are a couple times where the same name was repeated. You can do that, obviously. You can say the same name a second time. But I am not counting the at least one time they brought the same guy back. They probably weren't even aware. It was probably just, oh, that's a white guy. We'll bring him on the show. But if it's different people with the same name, you can go with that. So we're back to the top of the order here. Liz, give me a bachelor from The Bachelor.
Do we need last names?
No, just first names.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Ben.
Ben. We are on the board. Very good. Tom.
Okay, first of all, I just have to say that I just wasted the last 3 days committing all 148 prior Kentucky Derby winners to memory.
Do any of them share the name?
So, and I have never watched a single episode of this show.
You're a better person
Um,
for it.
So I'm just going to throw out. I'm just going to throw out names, and there has to have been a James on there.
James. There has not been a James. I'm sorry. No. Well,
As-
Ian needs a new answer.
I would have
apparently.
had better luck throwing out a horse name.
Bachelor
Secretariat.
Secretariat. Okay. Joe.
I did watch this show for a few years at a very specific time, and I almost laughed because I think the one that Liz said was one of the ones that I knew. So I'm pretty sure that there was a Jason when I was watching.
Jason is correct.
I think he leaned over and cried.
Was he the one they hated because he proposed to the wrong person and then he changed his mind?
I think so, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I remember
Sorry,
that. It was
what?
No, let's not.
He
involve
picked
him in this.
one and then
like
he-
on
yeah.
accident. but-
Yeah.
What?
How do you do that by accident?
No,
Whoopsie
no, I mean he
doodle.
just changed his mind. Susan.
I need to know everything about that period of Joe's life. I've never watched The Bachelor, but I do know that Jesse Palmer, the Canadian, was a bachelor at some point.
Jesse is correct. Ian.
I mean, let's stick with the J names. Let's say a John. I feel like
John. Statistically, it should be, but it's not.
What?
They don't have every name on the show.
Stop
But they
already.
pick the most generic people.
They don't always win.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, these are the stars of The Bachelor. Not everyone has ever been to The Bachelorette. Okay, back to Liz. We're down to 3.
Nick.
Nick is correct. Joe?
I think maybe another J name that there was a Jake.
There was Jake, yeah.
Yeah, of
I
course
think
there
the
was.
one
I think-
season I watched.
I picked one of the 2 bad J names.
Susan.
The guy from The Doctors, Travis Stork.
Travis the Stork, is that his mob name? What?
Yeah,
The
Travis the
Stork?
Stork.
Travis the
Travis
Stork is
Stork?
correct. Travis.
I think Stork is his last name.
Liz.
Oh shit. Chris.
Chris is correct.
Sure, of course there is.
I don't know at this point if you know or you're just making up names and getting lucky.
At this point, I'm
Wasn't
making it up. The
calling
last 2 I knew.
Okay,
You
Joe,
have
you're
to
up.
disqualify that one. I think that Liz was thinking Chris with a K.
Well, there's Chris K, Chris L, Chris M.
I am out at this point, so I'm gonna guess another generic name and say Matt.
Matt. You're still in the game. Matt is on the board.
All
My
right.
God.
I hope he found love, wherever he is.
None of them found true love.
No. Every single one got divorced in like a month.
Like most of them didn't even get married in the first place. But,
No.
yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Helps if you propose to the right person.
Susan.
I think there was a Juan Pablo.
Juan Pablo is correct. We're at 9. I think he is the universally hated one, but I might be wrong on that.
I think that's true.
I think he made some like super homophobic comments about why they'd never have a gay person on The Bachelor. Yeah.
I think he also said like derogatory stuff about the mentally ill and
Oh,
the
geez. Yeah.
like just not
Real great
No.
screening process they have there. Liz.
Are you sure his name wasn't Tucker?
I'm gonna go Chris again.
I am sorry to say there was only one Chris.
That is shocking.
I know. We are down to Joe and Susan. One of them will win immunity. Joe.
Um, Jerry.
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 What is the
It
deal
could be a
with the
Jerry.
Bachelor?
What's the deal with the rose ceremony? No, Jerry, I'm sorry, is not correct. I would watch that, Susan.
How
We are
about
down to
Maury?
just Susan, who has one immunity, but let's see how far she can go with this.
Ari Lewandike.
Ari is correct. You're up to $10 and $20. Keep going.
There's a guy called Colton.
Colton, yes.
Here's your horse answer.
So 11.
Let's say there was another Jason.
There was not another Jason. I'm sorry. We're going to freeze out at 11. Susan has won the immunity. Here's how long the show has been on the air. There was a Bob.
No.
Oh, Bob Guinea. I forgot about Bob. Aw.
Alex, Aaron, Andrew, Bob, Byron, Charlie, I don't think we said Travis, Lorenzo, Andy, Brad, Matt, Jason, Jake, Ben, Sean, Juan Pablo, Chris, another Ben, Nick, Ari, Colton, Peter, another Matt, Clayton, and Zach. In the bank at the end of that round, 60-12, and we all feel shame for having ever seen The Bachelor, except Tom, who's in the clear. Here are
Hey.
your
Me too.
totals for the whole game. Susan has the immunity. She cannot be voted for. Who would we like to accuse?
Can we accuse her even though we can't vote for her?
It won't do any good this round.
I'm suspicious of myself, quite frankly. Joe, I need to know all about this period of your life when you watch The Bachelor.
Really?
I do.
What do you want to know?
How did that happen?
Well, believe it or not, I actually had a girlfriend at that time, and she liked that show, and so we started watching it together. And yeah, it was several seasons, and then I still watched a couple after that because another good friend of mine was really into it, and then I stopped.
Okay,
So that probably wasn't very interesting, but
that's a very reasonable explanation. I was really curious.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was a Clockwork Orange story strapped to a chair.
That's what I was also picturing. Yeah. Or a cult, some kind of cult.
Yeah, that might have happened and I don't remember. My memory's been altered. So
The cult of Harrison. Anyone want to add anything? Jared has a fact about our cheater.
Yes, the cheater has collected every Bachelor contestant's autograph on an Ecru paint swatch from Sherwin-Williams.
Okay, I need the 5 of you to please lock in your votes. Cannot vote for Susan. 5 players left. See, we voted out of the game. We'll start with Susan. We know she can't be voted for.
I said Tom, I think.
One for
'Cause I was
Tom. Tom, who'd you
Really
say?
confident.
I said Liz.
Liz, who'd you say?
I chose Ian originally because we were only supposed to vote for Fletch or Ian, but now it's because he made you
told
all
that
listen
story.
to the Ultimatum backstory.
Ian, who'd you say?
After all of that, I genuinely don't remember.
You said Tom, but 2 for Tom. Joe.
Okay, I said Tom. I'm sorry.
oh no, I ruined everything. I said Liz.
2 Liz, 2 Tom. No consensus. You've lost half your money yet again. 30-06, and the cheater gets to pick off the player of their choice. Ian is currently sweating because he just told that story. I need the 5 of you to please send your votes to Jared. Cheater, only your vote counts. Okay, cheater has made their decision. If I click on your name and it turns green, you're safe. If it's red, you're out. You know Susan was still safe. Joe, you are safe. Tom, you are safe as well. It's either going to be Liz or Ian. Liz. The cheater has chosen you. I'm sorry. We know you weren't the cheater, Hopefully you can make some money at the end. We are down to Tom, Joe, Susan, and Ian. One of them is the cheater. When we come back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal, they'll give 2 answers for every question. Be right back. Okay, welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. 4 players left in the game. No cheaters caught yet, unfortunately. A little over $30 in the bank, but they get to give 2 answers per question now. Next question is,
Mercy.
name the 10 countries besides the United States you can find in Epcot's World Showcase. Just in order of difficulty. We're going to have 30 seconds to talk about it. And then we will go to Tom for his first answer. Go.
So Norway, Mexico, China, Japan, Germany, Italy, Canada, United Kingdom, France. I don't know if I missed one.
Joe doesn't just live in Orlando, he lives in Epcot.
Yeah, I worked at Disney at one point too. I actually worked at Epcot.
Wow.
He better know these then. Okay, Tom, you're
Yeah.
first.
I'm just not sure what order we're gonna be in.
What'd you say, Tom?
Norway.
Norway, number 9, 450. Joe?
I'm trying to think what you would consider more difficult out of these.
Honestly, there's about 7 that I think are the same difficulty, to be fair. It's really just going down the list.
All right. I will say Italy.
Yeah. Number 3, Italy. Susan.
Canada.
Number 2. Ian.
I went to Epcot once when I was very little, and I spent a lot of time getting little Gundam action figures from Japan.
Number 7, Japan. Like I said, I feel like 1 through 7 are the exact same difficulty. Tom, back to you.
Germany.
Yep. Germany's number 4. Joe.
France.
France. Number 5. Susan.
Mexico.
Number 8, Mexico. And Ian.
China.
Number 6, $3. Very good. We all listened to
What's
Joe, who has worked at Epcot. Number 1, United Kingdom. And I don't believe number
Oh.
10 was said. Anyone know it?
Morocco.
Morocco. Very good, Liz.
Oh, I didn't say that one, did I?
No, I think that's fair to say it's the toughest one.
I like
I'm
Morocco.
glad
'cause
they
when
didn't
you're
just go
walking-
the route and say Africa.
I like Morocco because when you're walking through there, it feels like it could be the set of a James Bond movie.
Okay. TV Guide once ranked the Jerry Springer Show as the worst TV show of all time. But the list had 49 other entries on it, so name these TV shows that made TV Guide's list of the worst shows if they were Jerry Springer episodes.
Oh, stop. Amazing.
My child stuffed dinosaur is singing to him. Hey, officer, stop singing and arrest someone. Guess who's coming to late night? The star of Fletch. Here's looking at a terrible adaptation, kid. My husband returned from Korea and still wants to be on TV. I fled the convent and flew towards God. Mom's still with me. I keep her in the garage. I sent a televangelist $50,000 to build a theme park. My beaver returned after disappearing for 20 years, and I married him without ever seeing his face. 30 seconds to talk about it, then we'll go to Joe. Go.
Well, of course, the $1 answer is Barney.
And 2 is Cop Rock.
Yeah.
Is number 3 Chevy Chase?
Yeah, I was trying to remember the name. If it's just a Chevy Chase show.
I think.
I think the $5 answer is Aftermash.
Is 6 the Flying Nun?
Time.
believe
Okay,
so.
see how much we know about bad TV. Joe.
I was thinking number 10 might have been that Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire?
Not Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire. I'm sorry, no.
Uh,
Susan.
I'm just guessing number 7 is My Mother the Car.
My Mother the Car is correct.
What on earth is that?
I
That
don't
was a
know,
real
but I know the
show
title.
starring Dick
Sounds
Van Dyke's
amazing.
brother, Jerry.
Yes.
It's pretty
His mother talked
self-explanatory.
to him. That was number 2 on the list, by the way. Jerry Springer was number 1. My mother, the car, was 2.
Wow.
Wow.
Ian,
Okay. I don't know. I feel like 10 doesn't quite match it, but I'm still gonna say number 10 is Married at First Sight.
Married at First Sight. No, this list was made a good number of years ago, so that does not
Oh,
make
I
it now.
was not aware.
Tom,
6 is The Flying Nun.
The Flying Nun with the young Sally Field as the titular
Yeah.
Flying Nun. Joe, back to you.
Number 3, I'm gonna say it was called Chevy Chase, the Chevy Chase Show.
Yeah, the Chevy Chase Show, considered the worst late night talk show of all time. Susan,
Number 2, Cop Rock.
Pop Rock. Yeah. Ian,
Still mine. Well, I want to make some money, so I'll just say number 1 is Barney.
Barney and Friends. Yep. And Tom,
And number 5, I believe, is After MASH.
After MASH. Yeah. Starring Klinger, Potter, and the third one.
Wasn't it the one that BJ
Father
Honeycutt
Mulcahy.
was in?
Was it Father Mulcahy?
Yeah.
All right. This is Casablanca reference. There was a TV spinoff of Casablanca, because who wouldn't
I
want that?
thought that.
Said a televangelist $50,000 to build a theme park. Jim and Tammy Faye Baker's show was the PTL Club.
Oh, yeah.
My Beaver returned after 20 years. It was the reboot of Leave It to Beaver, called the new Leave It to Beaver or Still the Beaver. It had 2 different names.
Still the
Joe, you were
Beaver.
really close, but it actually wasn't the name of the show. It was
Is it Joe Millionaire?
no, it's Who Wants to Marry a Multi-Millionaire.
Oh.
Because they clarified that he was a multi-millionaire, and then they found out his assets were like $2,001,000. And seriously, and it was like his value, not his actual, like he had that money. It was all awful. In the bank, 7906. If you finally find the cheater, you will keep all of that. Here are your totals for the round. Who are we suspicious of? Anyone can be voted off. Start talking or I'll take money.
Somebody accuse me.
Okay, it's Susan.
Thank you.
Susan.
I didn't want to say it.
Because I wanted the money clock to stop.
I don't
Susan,
know,
defend yourself.
It's
Go.
not me, but it could be. I am very suspicious, but it's not me.
I can't vote for Susan because she was the only person who didn't vote for me last week.
Anyone want to add anything? Jared has another fact about our cheater.
Well, it's not a cheater fact, just a community note. To mark the passing of Jerry Springer, exotic dancers will be flown at half pole.
Dear God.
Jared has been holding that as a fact and has not tweeted it, and I think he deserves props for that.
Half pole, Paul. Half.
It's great.
That is beautiful.
Okay,
I'm still
Go
proud of
ahead
you.
and okay, go ahead and lock in your votes. Votes are in. See if we have finally caught the cheater. We're gonna start with Ian.
And I stuck with Tom.
Okay. Susan.
I don't know. I said Joe.
Okay. Tom, who'd you say?
I knew Ian was voting for me, so I voted for Ian.
Mhm.
One Joe, one Tom, one Ian. Joe, who'd you say?
I went back to Ian.
That's enough. 2 for Ian, and he is out of the game. Ian, we need to know, were you the cheater?
I don't know how many people were playing the statistics by not voting for me, but that was dumb because I was the cheater.
He was the cheater. Nicely done, Susan. Tom, Joe, you keep your whole bank. 78-66, which means when we come back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal for our final standoff, there is going to be a new cheater. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the final round of Lie, Cheat, and Steal. Right before the break, Susan, Tom, and Joe found our cheater, who was Ian. So they keep all the money, 78-66, and a new cheater has been assigned. I don't know who it is, but it's their goal to find out. And in this round, if the two honest players find the cheater, they're going to split that bank 50-50. But if not, we lose one more honest player. Turn it over to our audience to vote. So see if you can find the cheater, because Susan, Joe, Tom, it is time for the final standoff. You have 78-66 in the bank. We're going to play our two final questions. Then you're going to accuse. Here we go. Here we go. Name the first 10 James Bond novels written by Ian Fleming. 30 seconds. Then we're going to go to Susan for her first answer. Go.
Okay, I
Casino
know
Royale was
Dr.
the
No
first
was
one.
was the first movie, but not the first novel.
Said a lot there. Okay, Susan, you're first.
Diamonds Are Forever.
Diamonds Are Forever is number 4, $2. Tom?
Okay, I have no idea what order they were written in, so I'll just go with the first one that I saw, which was You Only Live Twice.
You Only Live Twice. No, sorry, that is not one of the first 10 novels. Joe?
I'm going to play it safe on this first one and say Casino Royale.
That was the first one, 50 cents. Back to Susan.
The Spy Who Loved Me.
That's number 10, The Spy Who Loved Me. Very good. Tom?
To Russia with Love.
Not To Russia with Love. I'm sorry, no. Joe?
I think Moonraker was based on a book that had nothing to do with the movie plot. I don't know when it came out.
Moonraker is correct. It's 150. Tom, you had it. Who Wants to Marry a Multimillionaire moment. It's From Russia with Love.
From Russia.
You sent it the
with
wrong way.
Love.
Yeah.
To Russia, to
Live and Let Die. Dr. No. Goldfinger. For Your Eyes Only. And Thunderball. They were all movies. No trick questions in there. Final question of the night. How many contestants compete at a time on these game shows? Jeopardy, Deal or No Deal, Weakest Link, the primetime version. Family Feud, 21, Baggage, Friend or Foe, Three's a Crowd, Who is Still Standing, and Winning Lines. 30 seconds, then we'll go to Tom. Go.
Jeopardy is 3.
Deal or No Deal is 1. Weakest Link is 8.
Isn't it 9? 8, 9? Okay.
No, I think it's 8. I just watched it Monday night.
I did too, but I can't count.
Family Feud is either 2 or 5 or 10.
Not number of families, number of contestants.
So 10? 5 on 5?
21 is, I think, 1. 2.
Time. Okay. Tom, you're first.
Weakest Link is 8.
Yeah, 8 is correct. The British version had 9, but the American version had 8, $3.
That's
Joe.
metric for you.
Yeah.
I think you might have been right on 21. Might have been 2.
It was 2, and the third was the producer in the year giving the answers. 21 had 2 contestants at a time. Very good. Susan.
Family Feud is 10.
10 is correct. Back to Tom.
Deal or No Deal is 1.
Yep, just 1 contestant. Joe.
Well, I don't know any of the ones at the top, so Jeopardy 3.
All right. Someone's going to have to shoot for that second half. 3 is correct. Susan.
I don't know any of them, so I'm going to say Who's Still Standing is 69.
Nice.
No
Okay.
one's standing.
I give you the money, but no, 69 is unfortunately not correct. Liz, Ian, do you know these baggage?
Baggage
Baggage
is
is-
3.
Yeah.
No,
Unless
it's
you
4
count the
because
chooser, which
the
is
dater,
4.
yeah, they're all contestants. 4. Friend or foe?
Okay.
Friend or foe, I don't know the rest of these.
Okay,
Actually.
these are tough. Friend or foe had 3 teams of 2, so it's 6. Three's a Crowd had 3 teams of 3. It was the worst game show of all time. Still standing, it had 10 people standing on trapdoors and 1 in the middle, so it was 11.
Wow.
Winning
Oh.
Lines, it lasted 5 episodes. Every episode, 49 contestants.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Why?
Can't see why it
69 was
only
closer than you
lasted
thought.
so few episodes.
Tom, Joe, Susan, in your bank tonight. 103.66. The 2 honest players find the cheater. They will split that down the middle. You only have this round to go off of, so talk it out, come to some kind of decision, and then we're going to vote.
All
All
right,
right,
well,
so let's confess.
it's not me, so I'm thinking maybe it's Tom,
It's
but
not me, so
is it you?
I'm
It's not
thinking
me.
it's Susan.
Is it you, Tom?
It's not me.
It's not you?
It's gotta be Susan.
Well, it has to be one of us. We can't all not be the cheater.
Tom says Susan. Susan, defend yourself.
It's not me. I mean, it could be me, but it isn't.
That's what you said last time.
And it wasn't me.
Susan, do you want to accuse somebody?
Not really. But I'm gonna go with Tom, just so we can have some kind of, not all vote for each other and have a weird Spider-Man situation.
Tom, defend yourself.
I can't. I'm screwed. Joe's already said he's going for me. Susan's already said she's going for me. I'm not the cheater, but you guys want to throw away your money anyway. So
Anything we want to add?
Oh man, are you sure it's not you, Susan?
I know it's not me.
Ah,
That's the only thing I do know is that it wasn't me.
all right.
Jared has one fact about our new cheater.
Yes, it's not a cheater fact. It's a fact about Colin. Weird. His first version of this game had 24 contestants instead of 8, had 2 teams instead of 1, and was called Stanford Prison Experiment instead of Lie, Cheat, and Steal.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Colin, I had no
That is
idea.
fantastic. All right. I need the 3 of you to please lock in your final vote. Final vote has been cast. Time to see if our 2 honest players have found the cheater and will be taking home 103.66. Susan, Tom, Joe, it all comes down to this. Time for the final standoff. We're going to start with Tom. Did you say Joe or Susan?
no, I cast my futile vote for Susan because I know the 2 of them cast votes for me.
Seem pretty confident in that. Joe, who'd you say?
I said Tom. I went down with the ship.
One Tom, one Susan. Susan, who'd you say?
I also said Tom.
You did. That
Hey,
is 2 for Tom, and he is out of the game. And now it's the ultimate moment of truth. Tom, for 103.66, were you the cheater?
I was the cheater.
He was the
Whoa!
cheater.
Nicely
Susan,
done.
Joe, nicely done. 103.66 to split between you. 51.83 apiece. Very impressive. That's how we do it.
Ooh.
You caught cheaters in back-to-back rounds. Took home a very considerable bank. Thanks everyone for joining for Lie, Cheat, and Steal. That's how we play. We will see you next time.
My phone really small. The first one is kind of looked like Little Hefe. So I was like, oh, it's Little John.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yes, Lil translates the same to Spanish.
Yeah.
See.
I'm gonna be laughing at Sugar Ray for a long time. We still have music critics, so
1730, 2030, both have Swifties.
everyone wanted to know who Gulliver was dating next.
After he wrote a new book about his recent ex.
The sequel is just a Roman numeral 2 where the L's are.
Too far to travel.
Jesus.
I thought it was just Gulliver's Travels, but instead of an S at the end of travels, it was an S with a $sign through it.
Nice.
Or a Z.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gulliver's Travels, too little, too late.
Too little, too Fusion.
It's little put, but it's
You win in some, you lose in some.
apostrophe put.
I will say some of the Netflix ones have sort of like figured out what to do, I guess, to get people to watch. Just by creating like some kind of weird hook. Like probably my favorite one has been The Ultimatum.
Why was that your favorite?
That's
my least favorite.
that moment where they had
Is that the name of the show?
Yeah, the name of it is just The Ultimatum. There was a moment. Okay, sorry, that's not my favorite show, but it had one of the greatest pieces of television I think I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God.
It doesn't top all parts of Breaking Bad, but I think it tops a lot of them.
Okay. All right. I'm just really excited for you to dig this hole.
You know,
Of course I
I
child
do.
finger
I do
painted.
know
I'm not
exactly
saying
what you're
it
talking
topped the
about.
Mona Lisa.
it's maybe on par with the Mona Lisa in terms of artistry.
Just explain the concept of the show before you go into
Yeah.
how great it is.
Right. So it was a show where they had, I think it was like 6 couples.
Something
No,
like
it
that.
must have been more because some of them left. But let's say 6 couples, whatever.
The ones
And-
with self-respect left. Okay.
Oh, no. it's a very
None of them had that.
So basically these let's say 6 couples go on the show, and all of them are at different sort of parts of their life, but the same thing among them is that one of the partners wants to get married like right now, and the other partner doesn't for whatever reason. So they go on this show to get matched up with one of the other people that is in a similar situation.
To
This
see
is just
what else is
Temptation
out
Island.
there.
Right. So it's like The Ultimatum is basically like we get married at the end of this experience, or I don't know, we don't, I guess. I don't know.
It's a real strict ultimatum. We do or we don't, I guess. Whatever, who knows?
Well, because like they can't legally bind these people, you know? It's the same with like Married at First Sight. Like they can't like actually do that kind of thing. But I don't know. So basically, I like part of me doesn't want to give it away, but it's also just such trash. Like, what does it matter?
We're not gonna watch it, Ian.
No,
Keep
we're
going.
not gonna watch.
Yeah, no,
I so highly recommend.
no.
You haven't sold it to this point.
So,
Just
okay.
spoil it, please.
So at the end of like 3 or 4 days of all the couples talking to each other, they all kind of have an idea basically of who they want to get matched up with. So they have a dinner where one by one, like they each say who they want to get partnered up with, and then they live in like an apartment together for like 2 or 3 weeks or something with this other person. Like some insane amount of time where I would not feel comfortable living with a stranger.
Sharing a bed.
Sharing a bed. But they all start picking people, and as they start picking people, this one guy in particular starts to kind of panic, and he like whispers to this other girl, like, I'm gonna pick you, and she's like, no, don't, no. And he's like, no, we're gonna do this. And she's like, no, like that is not gonna happen. And so before it gets to his turn, this other lady who has no prospects here, she is a relentless bitch who is not going to get chosen by anyone. She is like saying, she had previously said to her boyfriend, like, you're getting me out of this, basically. So he proposes to her at the dinner. So that takes both of them out of the running. So like they're not a part of this anymore. Now they're going to get married. So then the guy who was panicking, who was trying to pick that one woman, instead then proposes to his girlfriend after the other proposal, where the other guy had a ring and he does not. And he just proposes. And at the table, the girl who was trying not to get picked says to the new fiance, he was about to pick me. Like, he was going to try. Like, do you really think he meant this? And she's like, fuck you, you're just jealous. And the two hosts of the show now don't have two of the couples that were supposed to be a part of this.
Oh, yeah.
And you can just see the look of panic in their face of like,
Are the hosts married to each other?
oh
It's
yeah.
Nick Lachey and his wife.
So,
Yes.
so they have to join the show now, right? Like they have to be part of it.
Like legally
That's in the contract.
And no, they have no idea what to do. They're now out like two couples, so random people get paired off at that point.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's amazing.
You're gonna have to put a spoiler alert on this when you post it, Colin.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for Netflix's The Ultimatum. This is why we need writers to give us stuff like this. Name Ian's 10 favorite movie quotes if they were ultimatums.
Oh my god.
To be or not to be or whatever.
Oh my god.
Go ahead, make my day or forget about it. I'm gonna make him an offer he can refuse or that he can't, whatever.